Hello to all of you out there in this great big world that I call social media. This is, yes, Brother Dana coming to you from the city of Chicago. A special shalom to all of my Hebrew brothers and sisters out there. And as I always say, be encouraged to know that your time of being the tail is coming to the end because you, the seed of Jacob, is heading to be the head, to reign as the Most High Yah has ordained it to be. I want to quickly reintroduce to many of you, if not introduce to some of my new followers, a very dear friend of mine, Michael Sanders. I have him on the phone right now, and actually he is calling detained at a prison here in Illinois. And back in 1998, he was falsely accused and then later wrongfully convicted of some crimes that has given him life plus 65 years of a sentence. And so, just so you know, the brother that we're ready to talk to has been sitting in prison as an innocent man since 1998. Mike, how are you doing?
Oh, hey, how you doing, Dana? I'm hanging in there in spite of everything. Yeah, as Dana told you, I've been incarcerated for over 21 years for crimes I didn't commit. Um, I was falsely accused, and I was interrogated by officers in Chicago and Belmont Western, and I was physically abused for 3 days until they forced me to sign a false confession on myself, and I've been in prison ever since.
And Mike, let me make, because they may not know this, the false confession that you originally signed was only for a minor type of crime, correct?
Well, not actually. They made me believe that they were going to charge me with a
Right.
burglary charge if I just cooperated with them, and that they was basically saying that they knew that I didn't have anything to do with the murder, but that was all a lie. Once I actually signed the statement, they charged me with murder under what they call a law of accountability, basically saying that if I just put myself in the crime, that I could be charged with the charge just like the person that actually killed someone. I didn't have to kill anyone. They
Right.
never said I killed anyone. They just said that I was there when the crime took place, and that was enough to charge me with murder.
Right. And we
Uh,
know, Mike, that they said that because well, we know you weren't there, but
exactly.
they had to do that because even after all the investigations, did they ever find any type of evidence that led you to this double murder?
No, no, it was no physical evidence. It was no eyewitnesses or anything like that.
It was just the
Yeah,
falsely made statement that they forced you to sign, correct?
yeah, correct, correct. The case was a high-profile case, and the police was under pressure to arrest someone on the case, and they were willing to basically, cut some corners to charge someone with the case, and that's
Right.
what they did.
And when we say high profile, what we mean by that is supposedly you were involved in murdering two white women and you are a black man.
Correct.
Yes.
The cases were aired on the news, and so it was very high on high alert. The public was pretty much under pressure because the area I grew up in Rogers Park, where the murders happened, uh, stuff
Mhm.
like that really didn't happen around there at that point in time. So it
Yeah.
was a shock to the community, and I guess people were scared, and so the police they was under pressure to charge someone, and that's
Yes.
what happened.
And so just so my audience knows that I actually met Mike's Rappy several years before this situation took place. And when Mike's Rappy and Mike himself were arrested, I went down to Cook County Jail to speak with Mike's Rappy. And after about 12 to 15 hours of waiting, um, the young man that I did know confessed to me that he had done all of this crimes, which he was convicted of more, way more than just these two murders. But he had,
correct.
told me that he did it himself, and then what he asked me to do was to visit Mike. And in visiting Mike is where, I've gotten to know you, and you now have become, one of my best friends over these past 21 years. And so I have been walking with you, Mike, and unfortunately, we have had no luck in getting you out due to the corruption of the injustice or the justice system. Um, your first judge was not fair. And then, Mike, we did see a little bit of a breakthrough. Can you share briefly what that breakthrough was in the
Well,
process, but then what happened that stopped that?
of course, the same co-defendant that Jana is referring to that he knew prior to us getting arrested because Dana was a youth pastor in our neighborhood and he talked to the youth in the neighborhood. So when he seen the case on the news, he went to visit the guy.
Right.
Well, 15 years later, he finally signed an affidavit clearing me and clearing my name of all the cases that me and him was on. We were on two separate murder cases together. And so I had a hearing, which is rare. I had what they call a post-conviction evidentiary hearing. And he came in, the guy testified on the stand that I was innocent, that he did the crimes by himself, and I wasn't there. And unfortunately, the judge still denied my case, and so I wasn't able to go home. I'm currently exhausting my last appeals in the federal court, and if that doesn't work, then I don't have no other means of appeal besides filing executive clemency. And I believe that hopefully that could turn out to be work out for me because
Yes.
I'm a student at North Park University. I'm into a master's program, theology program down here at Shadeville, and hopefully the governor finding it hard to let me go.
And Mike, let me share, just your character. Like I said, I've been walking with Mike now for 21 years, and Mike was the instrument or the vessel that the Most High used in getting me into the prison system as a volunteer chaplain, because his character is so high and well known amongst the guards. I found favor through Mike. And Mike not only has given his life to the Most High Yah, but has also been set apart in doing Bible studies, counseling, mentoring, and then because of that was asked by North Park Theologic Seminary, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
To be involved in their master's program. And so Mike is one of their top students in the master program. And so what I want to bring to you today with Mike is that through that there is, Mike, what is the name of the legal company or the program? Go ahead.
North Park is working in conjunction with a law firm that does clemencies. The name of their law firm is Right and Restoration Law Group.
Okay.
And what they're doing is they're filing clemency, working with the North Park students at a reduced rate. North Park has also designed a reentry program for any student that gets granted release. And a reentry program entails free housing on North Park campus. They will buy you a phone, a computer. They will pay your rent. Rent is free. I'm in my second year. It's a 4-year program. So if I was able to get out, I could finish my last 2 years at North Park's campus. And so, like I said, North Park is working with this law firm, and so that's really it's a big deal. And I'm just hoping that I can raise enough money to hire this law firm so I can file a clemency. And that might be my only chance.
Right. And we know, you know, we're trusting in the Most High Yah, but we also know we're fighting a physical system. And until, you know, as I share, you know, and Mike, as I have been sharing for the last several years to you and other my black brothers and sisters, that you are the true chosen people of the Most High. And, you know, it's going to take the Most High's hand to free you. But I know we raised some money, you know, a few months ago, and I know that money was used for portions of information that we can utilize now, even in this next phase. And what is the average cost of this clemency if you were not a part of the North Park Master's Program?
Uh, Most lawyers charge anywhere between I want to say like $5,000 to $10,000.
Yeah.
$10,000 is pretty much the going rate for a clemency lawyer. Uh-huh.
Right, and I will say that I talked to the lawyer, Miss Courtney, and they are ready to take Mike's case. One of the reasons is because, again, Mike came highly recommended by the professors. That Mike, was it at least once or twice a week that these professors would come to you down there in Statesville?
Yes, we have what they call an Inside Out program where North Park professors teaches inmates here at Stateville. They also have students from the outside world. They come in and they have class with us, so they get to have a experience like none other. A lot of the guys in the program have been incarcerated for a long time, and they're grown over the years, so they have a profound understanding of the Bible and knowledge. They have a very broad knowledge base. Most of the
Yes.
students that come in are between the ages of like 19, 20, and 21. Most of the guys in the program are either in their 30s or early 40s. And so it's just a beautiful experience because they come in not knowing what to expect, but they leave out being basically blessed with a wealth of information.
Yes. So I'm going to share this. You know, I talked to the lawyer, and they're willing to almost waive an initial $400 to $1,000 of kind of an intake charge because of Mike. And, you know, it is $2,500 is what they're asking. However, we know that there may be some additional charges, but ultimately, you know, with Mike, we're trying to raise 2,500. And so, Mike, I'm going to give you the final words because I know we're only allowed 20 minutes. But I want to say this to my viewers and followers, that if the Most High Yah places on your heart to donate, um, the link for PayPal is in the description area underneath the video here. And when you do make a donation, I'm asking you to please put Michael Sanders. Mike, we got less than 1 minute. What would you like to say as we go out?
Just thank you for listening to me, and may God bless you. And I hope that you may be able to be instrumental in me hopefully getting out of here and coming home one day. God bless you.
I really am hoping that. So, Mike, I appreciate you holding on and standing fast in believing that you are going to be set free.
Okay.
But
I'll talk to you soon.
all right, Michael. Love you and
All right.
appreciate you, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Love you.
Be
All
safe.
right. Bye-bye.
All right.
All right.
The caller has hung up.
So, you know, those 20 minutes go by really fast. But from the bottom of my heart, you know, if you are willing to, again, help us in that minimally of the $2,500 so that we can pay for these lawyers to get a clemency, to get Mike out, you know, I have faith, and I know there's no dead end when it comes to the Most High Yah. But however, I also know right now we're living in this Gentile, white, unjust world. And we have to do what we have to do and follow, what is necessary in getting innocent men, Hebrew men, free from the slavery of being locked up in the correctional facility. So if you have any questions, please email me. Any questions about his case? Like I said, I have walked with Mike for 21 years. Myself and my mother, we send him money on a monthly basis so that he can, buy some snacks, so he can, have some nice toiletries, a TV. Just recently, they've allowed the inmates, if they can afford like an iPad type of thing, to email. And so my mother and myself, as well as his elderly auntie, put some money on his book so that he can have like an iPad type of device to email us, so we can keep in touch um, in a more regular fashion. But when I go down to see Mike, his reputation precedes him. And many of the guards have acknowledged to me that when I have left him, or when I tell them I'm here to see Michael Sanders, they'll say that he's a good man. And I don't think he was the man that did what they described in the crime. And I know that he didn't. Not only because I have seen his character, but because his very rappy, who I walked with for about 2 years after meeting him on the streets, admitted out of his own mouth to me that Mike had nothing to do with any of this crime, and that it was he and he alone that committed these horrendous crimes. And that's when he asked me, he said, "Dana, will you please go and start visiting Michael Sanders?" And I remember the first time I met Mike, he was very skeptical of me. But I continued to visit him week after week after week after week. And now, 21 years later, as I said, he is one of my best friends. And I dream of the day that he is out to live his life for the Most High Yah. But I dream of the day that I can enjoy my friendship with him, free from behind bars. So again, if the Most High Yah lays on your heart to donate towards our cause here for clemency, we need $2,500. And the lawyer said that they will work with me with payments, but as soon as we can get the majority of that money in, they will begin to work on his case. So I thank you. I thank you for just all of your love and support. And I don't want to tax you, asking you for money and resources, because that is not why I do what I do. But I also do what I do because there are innocent men and great causes and great people out there that if we each do a little bit together, we can do great things. And I want to see a great thing come place to Mike, to encourage his heart even in reminding him, as he is behind physical bars, that as a Hebrew man, the Most High Yah is going to set him free. So thank you. And any questions, please feel free to contact me. Until we talk again, shalom.